Hi, I want to welcome all our viewers in the United States and around the world. I'm James Pierre. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk with James Pierre. Today we'll talk about Haiti, a nation facing political turmoil, economic crisis, but a man decided to leave behind his family members, his friends, to go back and share light to that nation in need of therapy. Yes, we're talking about a legendary icon, Gazzman Couleur, take his band, Disciple, to Haiti to bring light to music. Of course, he faced several challenges, and we are here to talk about that because despite all these challenges, his energy, determination never went low. So let's get to know him.
C'est l'eau de chair qui fin séché. M'a fait choix pour m'dormir qu'on l'autre qui dans la rue qui ça qui trois papi pendant l'autre tout tourné. M'a dit comment la va sentir.
Gazzman, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, James Pierre. Just know that Pierre.
Gazzman Pierre, James Pierre. I think we are brothers. Should we say that? Same mother, same dad?
We are.
Yes. Coming straight from Haiti. I am truly honored to have you here because you've been doing so much in the Haitian music industry. But I want people to know you at a different perspective because sometimes they see the superstar, the mega star on set, right? But they don't know the person behind it. Gazzman was born and raised in Haiti.
Yes.
Tell me about your childhood.
Well, I was born in Haiti. You're saying that. My dad was a politician. Mm-hmm. My mom was a commerciant. So I lost my dad when I was 4 years old.
Wow.
So my brothers and my sisters and my mom, actually I was raised by a woman, which is a very strong woman, wow, which is my mom. And when my dad passed away, so I grew up, my older brother's sons, I always look at him as a father figure. So, yeah. And growing up in school, playing soccer, and I think by being a soccer team, and it's teach me how to be a team player.
Yeah.
So I think my whole childhood and growing up, become a musician, a singer, it's always team. So
yeah. Wow.
That's how I started.
Multiple hats. I didn't even know that you play soccer. Soccer is very popular in Haiti.
Yeah,
of course.
That's my first passion.
Yeah. So there's a saying in Creole like "we can dip your goshu" or something. Like
oh yeah, this is rap. So I know it.
Oh man, so good. Let's talk about your dad. The impact. You lost your dad 4 years old, so you literally grew up without your dad. The impact that had in your life, by not having, now having a brother as a father figure, but not having your dad, how you cope with that?
It was tough. My brother used to tell me, just like sometime I could just be staying in a room all by myself, just crying. It was my dad. But my mom was such a hard-working woman, so it's just like I get to a point because actually I grew up just like when my brother went away, just come to the United States, and I was the only child that stayed with my mom, so I spent all my life with my mom before I came to the States.
Same thing that happened in several single families, right? Your mom has to be the dad and also...
My mom is my hero. Wow. My mom is my hero. I'm a last child. Yeah. And then sleep with my mom and waking up my mom. So my mom is all that I know. So when my mom passed away in 2016, that was the hardest thing ever that happened to me.
Tell me more about your mother, the memorable moments that you spent with your mother growing up, and when you start getting to be popular, obviously it was like another moment for your mother.
I remember my mom when I started music, and the first thing, and when I went to my mom's house, And then she said I had color in my hair. Then she said, "What are you doing? What is this?" And don't you ever come here no more with your hair like that. And after a few days, when I come back, you say, "You know what? I like it. I love it." So that's my mom's. I've never been wrong for my mom. So I think that's the best time that we had, and I always talk about my mom all the time, and this is it.
Wow. So can I say that your mom was a true supporter to your dreams?
My mom is my role model.
You miss your mom?
All the time, because especially I remember like in 2016 when the band was at the lowest point, and I was working on the album Couleur, and then my whole idea was just the present this album just as myself reborn again, because we were going through a rough time. And then the thought that I had just like, as soon as I finished the album, and then to go to Haiti and sit on my mom's and then naked and just took a picture just as reborn again. And the day that the album was supposed to come out, and for me to fly to Haiti and to take the picture, and I got that news that my mom passed away. Wow. And that time when I was working the album, every time, because the band was even performing, and when I called her and said, "I'm coming to Haiti just to spend some time," she said, "No, my brother, I have my other brother, Geddes." She told me that Geddes told me that you're going through some rough time, you don't have to come, but my son, I'm gonna pray for you, everything's gonna be all right. And the day the album come out, and I was ready to go to Haiti the next day, and then she passed out.
Wow. It's like a band to you, Disciple. It's your baby, right? And you go through tough times with the band and very beautiful times as well that we will talk about. But your mom is like you, the child, right? So
yes,
it's like you're dealing with both emotionally moments. We'll talk about the band in a moment. But I wanted to know more about you growing up in Haiti, the great moments that you had as a child, playing soccer, but also in school. You had some great moments. Tell us.
Yeah, that's of course. Haiti back then. So at least you and I, we had a chance just to live, to live it. I mean, Haiti, it's just like, it's sad to see the way it is right now. But I'm pretty sure you and I, we knew a little bit about the real Haiti. It's just like. Growing up, being a child, just like going to school, and you didn't have to worry about nothing, just like then and now it's completely different.
Then it's completely different. Nicely said. All right, stay with us, Gazzman. If DC was dealing with tough time in 2016, we all know that Haiti is now dealing with tough times. After the break, we'll talk with Gazzman Couleur about some other things that you may not know about his life. Stay with us. You're watching Let's Talk with James Pierre. I'm James Pierre. We'll be right back.
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Welcome back. We have our beautiful guest today, our legendary and icon in the Haitian music industry, someone that makes people cry, someone that makes people laugh, someone also that reminding us so much about motherland, Haiti. Gazzman Couleur here with us. Gazzman, you were telling us about Haiti, how you grew up in Haiti.
Right.
When your parents decided to say, or you granted residency and say, you know what, okay, Gazzman, now there's a new chapter, you come into the United States.
Wow. When my mom decided just to send me over here, I think when my father passed away, my brother, which is Sonj, which is a famous player, soccer player, and he used to coach the Haitian national team. And when he came to the state, and soon after, my sister and all my brothers just come to the state. So my mom realized that after years, and I was just being annoying, I missed my brothers.
Because you were lonely.
Because I was lonely, I was all by myself. Then she sent me over here. So when I went to New York and stayed with my sister, and my brother's son was here, I get this, and now he was all in Miami. And soon after New York, my sister moved to Miami. And when my sister moved to Miami, and I come to Miami with my sister, and then 2 years after, then she passed away.
Wow. So another difficult time.
Yeah. So after my sister passed away, imagine. Then I came here, and all my brothers were here, and my sister. Yeah. When my sister passed away, I was a child. Then I had to move with my brother, my older brother, Sonj. And Sonj decided to went to Haiti, and soccer, being a coach. And I had to go live with my other brother, Geddes. And Geddes got divorced, and he moves to Fort Myers. And then again, I had to move to my other brother named Arios. And after living with my brother Arios, 6 months after, and he got arrested and went to jail. And I become a last lonely child on a foreign soil. And that was very, very tough for me to deal with. And at the time I was New Look, and
when you say to New Look, you're referring to the band, New Look, a Haitian band platform.
That I created as well with, I was an owner of the band. So, and then the saddest thing is like, when I was going on tour in Haiti, remind you, my brother went to jail. So I was going on tour in Haiti with New Look, and as I was sitting in the airplane and we were ready to leave, and I saw just one person coming into the airplane. It was my brother, and then just handcuffed, hands in, getting deported to Haiti. The same flight
that I was
with
in.
All my band members. And it was tough. It was tough.
La mise à 40 moun chimè, yon jeunesse qui vive dans l'enfer. Si pitol mourir là dans paradis, la font pays pense comme ça. Son mitraillette automatique qui branche son société si pas équilibrée, regardez glanché. Tendez. Mental, déséquilibre familial, déséquilibre social, pas d'hôtel ni d'hôpital, déséquilibre mental. Déséquilibre familial, déséquilibre social, pas d'hôtel ni l'hôpital.
And also I remember when I was here, I was by myself. I was playing soccer for the school. And then I used to get off school like around 2 o'clock and go to soccer practice, 2:30. And I had to leave like 4:30, catch the bus to go to work. I used to work in a restaurant. It was in Biscuit Boulevard, 135th. I think it was Tax Restaurant. I remember it. And I had to work like from 6 o'clock till 2 o'clock in the morning. And 2 o'clock in the morning. And then there was no bus. I had to sleep. Sit down in a chair and sleep in the back of a restaurant. And when it's like 5 o'clock, I have to go to the bus stop, sleep in the bus stop, waiting for the bus. And as soon as I catch the bus and they drop me right in front of, where I stay, and by the time for me to go take a shower and come back to catch the bus, 95% is gone. I have to walk to school about an hour and a half.
So when Gazzman had a chance to leave, man, it sounds like, difficulties, challenges after another before you catch a break. So if I want to describe it that way, should I say that it's like from the abandoned child, from the street now to a mansion that you own? So when you at home, reflecting to this moment, is that making you feel grateful and see the progress that you've made in your life?
Yeah, it is. But it's just, to me, those things, they're not all that. It's just like I'm a very private. I'm just the type that I don't show up. You know, I just showcase what I have. You know, because I know where I come from. Because it's just like you and I, Haiti is a third world country. Yes. So you and I is just like I'm always saying this in Creole. Ni moi ni nous c'est petit malheureux because 95% of us, you know,
we came from poverty.
So
Absolutely.
it's just like I don't brag. I don't show off things. That to me it's just to me it's just life. Just helping people, just having a good time. And I'm always smiling. So it's gonna be when you see me crying, trust me, knowing it hurts. It hurts to the core. So I'm just that type that I'm always smiling, regardless the situation.
A lot of people, they don't know that side about you, about your life. It's because you feel so vulnerable. If you talk too much about that, people will kind of like have a piece of you.
I really don't mind because this is my story. This is, you know, I'm a very private guy, but I've never afraid of talking about things that I've been through, where I came from. But I don't really talk about where I'm at. I don't really talk about it. I just like, to me, it's a blessing.
Okay.
You know.
Usually when a child and a man face all these challenges, they have to go through therapy. They have to go through type of a session to cope to that, emotionally, right? Have you gone through sessions where you say, I find the strength, the motivation to be the person that you are today?
Well, to me, like I'm always saying, it's just God is testing your faith to see if you are a believer, true or not. You're just going through things. Like I always say to myself, I'm not the first one that thinks that's going through this, but I don't know. I think I take that from my mom. So anything that happened, it's always happened for a reason. I always say, well, it happens. If not for the worst, it's gonna be for the best. Actually, it's for the best because I'm here. As long as I'm living, I wake up every morning and I look at it and you want to see my face. G-Man is all right, guys. He's okay.
So that's the motivation.
That's me. Yeah, that's me.
Wow. And you use that motivation to motivate others as well around you.
Yeah. It's just like. As they say, Gazzy, you're so-called superstar. That's how I look at it. But just to me...
So you don't see yourself as a superstar that you are?
Never. It's just like, to me, it's just another job. We happen to do different things. What you're doing, I can do it. Just maybe me, I'm singing. It's easier for you to sing than I do what you do. Because to do what you do, it takes a lot. You have to go to school, a lot of something. But you want to become a singer? Just like the same way, I was just like to follow Timano, which is my idol. I follow Cubano. I follow Alpha Blondy, Bob Marley, Michael Jackson. You know, so I mean, it's easier. I didn't go. I've never been to school just for music. I've never been just to a class and say, okay, I'm gonna learn how to sing. It's just like... Okay,
let's talk music. When we come back, we're gonna take our last commercial break. When we come back, I wanna know more about Disciple, in English, Disciple. That's his own new band. He's been going through a lot of difficulties as well with that band. And then now, this is the climax, the peak moment of that band making history in Haiti. We'll be right back.
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Welcome back to our last segment. My name is James Pierre, and of course I'm here with Gazzman Pierre. What? You guessing still? Yeah, this is my brother. Chew brother. Pierre and Pierre. It's Chew, my brother. Gazzman, our last segment, we want to talk about Disciple, your new band. One of a kind that is making major moves in the Haitian community, not only in the United States, but also in Haiti. Tell me about the creation of that band. You know, after New Look,
Right.
You were without a band.
Right.
You had to make a move because music is part of your life. You're breathing music.
Right.
So tell me about the first step of DC.
Well, DC is just like the name itself. Just to me, is just come from because I didn't even thought of it. It's just like one morning that I wake up, I said, you know what, I'm gonna call the band DC. And the weird thing about it, just spelling it, just the first D is lowercase.
Yeah.
And all the rest is, in Creole, it's I and capital S-I-P.
Yeah.
Capital. The first is lower and all the rest capital. So therefore, turn it upside down. However you turn it, it's giving you DC. I don't know how I come up with that idea. The first D is a lowercase, and then all the rest are capital. So, and the other thing about it is just the first time that we come out, and it was on Easter Sunday. The band MDC, and it come out on Easter Sunday.
But the DC is disciple. It's also something like something religious.
I don't know. So
and you're a religious person?
I am. I'm a believer. Wow. I'm a believer as well. So.
And then you have DC.
That's why to me it's just like
you thought that you came from New Look, you would be like everybody after you, man. This is Gazzman, the mega star, and you creating the band.
Yeah.
The band was facing a lot of challenges.
When we came out in 2010, Easter Sunday, and we made history, and the grand opening was just like it was amazing. It's just like more than 5,000-6,000 people at Cafe Iguana. And we went to Haiti on tour, then we traveled the world for next 3 years until 2014 we went down completely.
Bottom. People start leaving the band one after another. The managers start getting separate ways.
The media was killing me. Since 2014 till 2016. Wow. So I went to a turmoil with the band. And me.
Did you think that it was over? Like at the moment in your life, you thought that, you know what, this may be it. I don't need to go back to music.
I'm not that type. I never give up. I'm never, no. I'm not the type. So
you're a fighter.
I'll fight until I win, not until it's over. I'll fight until I win. So I remember 2014, musician leaving the band left and right, and all the blame, as a leader. When everything's going right, you take the glory.
Yeah.
But when everything is going bad as well, so you just have to be strong to take the blame. And so what I did, I went and stayed in the studio for about 18 months and working on Couleur album. And that put us back on the map 2 years later in 2016. Mm-hmm. And boom, after Couleur again, the media just killing me, everything that they had.
So when you talk about the media, what's with
Gazzman? The so-called media.
Okay.
That's what
what is with Gazzman and so-called media in the Haitian community? Do you feel that some of them are afraid of success, or it's just like they feel like if they cannot be for you, they have to be against you?
I think the so-called media that I'm talking about is just like, I think most of the time they just wanted to dictate you and what they want you to do.
But that's not the role of media, just to let you know. Media.
That's why I call them the so-called media, because people that watching media will see that I don't do interview, I don't talk that much, because who am I talking to? It's just like, if it's people like you, I wouldn't mind having an interview with you every week, every bit, because I'm learning something from you. Yeah. So I think when they see that, just like calling me for an interview, what are you going to tell me? First thing you're going to tell me, hey, there's the mic, talk to the people.
Yeah, wow, so, very difficult. Let's get back to DC, because it's very important to me. Your band, in Haiti, almost 3 months. You do almost every major cities. During that time, we know they are protesting Haiti right now for gas, for, economic crisis. Your band still, like, this is the only band in Haiti now, traveling places to make it happen. I see people crying, men women, this is the only moment that they have to forget about the pain of Haiti. Tell me about that tour.
Because the way things right now in Haiti, I think by us went to Haiti, and I think it was the best things ever that happened to the people, because at the end they felt like that's the only thing that they had, which was music.
Yes.
And these people just went there and showed them love, and just, I mean, we toured the whole country for a good 45 days.
Wow.
So we went all over the place. So and they were just having fun, because you can see they wanted something. You know, it's just like,
and you gave it to them.
I gave it to them. And it's just like, not only performing, just embrace them, just like, hey, let them know that everything's gonna be all right. So.
Wow.
Maybe
you give people opportunities, young singers as well. I was watching here and there, young singers that you share the podium with them so they can have a spotlight where they can talk about them.
It's a must, because I remember myself as a child and I was looking for that, and I never get it. But just like right now, if I have to give them an opportunity just to showcase the talent, and maybe one day they'll become.
That's great. Let's talk about women. You have a so-called adversary in the business, but literally you guys are friends. I'm talking about Garcia Delva. You perform with his band. You made history. You show people like, wait a minute, we're in the same business. We may be fighting each other in a way, like, you know, but we are still friends. Not only you perform with his band, but also you did something amazing. You invite his mother on stage to have a dance. In our culture, when you have a dance with somebody, it means like it's peace. It's I love you, I appreciate you.
Yeah, remember that's Gracia Delva mom, and also I've said Gracia's mom is my mom, because I remember when my mom passed away in 2016, Gracia was the only one that come to my mom's funeral. Gracia Delva was the only one. So this is why when I saw his mother, and I had to embrace her, I just had to do something special, because you know that's one thing. Me and Gracia, we just yes, we do have beef, you know, because when you really look at it, it's a musical thing. Because like I was saying, in the business is trash talking, beef, sex sells, controversy, and that's how it is. So we just.
I know I'm running out of time, but I want to save that last question before we go. In 2016, when your band was facing so many challenges, back again, so many things, there was a woman, one of a kind, coming to the band and said, you know what, I'm going to join forces. I'm going to make things happen. I'm going to change it. She's making major moves in your band. I'm talking about Elizabeth Paul. You call her Babu.
Babu.
Tell me about that amazing woman, amazing manager, amazing friend that you have as a woman in a tough business that is leading by men.
If I don't have to talk about Babu right now, this interview will be...
It'll be another 30 minutes.
Another 30 minutes. So, let me tell you something. Babu. She's a savior. I mean, I'm saying to people right now, yes, they look at... My job is to be a singer, but Babu's into everything. And I'm going to say something right now today, and I mean it. If Babu leaves DC, I'm not the type that will give it up and say it's over, but I think I'll do something else. Because in less than a year, November 5th is gonna make her a year. In less than a year, she changed the whole conception about not only DC, but about Gazzman as well. So I'm saying this right now. If she leaves, I'm probably gonna do something else. It's not gonna be DC anymore, because I know where we come from. Rock bottom to where we are right now. So I'm telling you, man.
I can't wait to have you again, Gazzman, here with us to talk more about life, to talk more about the person that you are. I mean, for those, if they have no idea, Gazzman is just like such a big kid. You know, you like to laugh, having fun, and have joy. We could go over and over again.
Man. Right now, I'm in a hard position, a tough situation right now, because that's not me. I don't like being too serious all the time.
We'll change the set for have Gazzman to be singing next time for sure.
No
we have that happen.
We're sweating.
There we go. You see, that's going to happen. happen. All right, I want to thank you all for watching as well. A wonderful interview with our icon in the Haitian music industry, Gazzman Couleur, someone that I truly admire and follow for a very long time. We've been trying so hard to have that interview. Now is the moment, and thank you so much. I hope you learned something new about Gazzman, and you can follow the band as well, DC or Gazzman Couleur, to learn more about the Haitian culture and so many other hats that Gazzman carried on. I'm James Pierre. We'll see you next time for another episode. Bye-bye.